Yeah, that's right, Tom. The different states and territories will each need to come up with their own proposals to return international students to their universities. And as of right now, as of today, Federal Education Minister Alan Tudge says he's yet to receive any concrete proposals from any of the states or territories on exactly how that will happen. Now, we know Victoria, in particular, just a few weeks ago, submitted a proposal to the PMO to allow 120 of the economic cohort above their 1,000 capacity for return travellers per week, with international students classified within that economic cohort. That was rejected. Here was Education Minister and Acting Premier James Merlino speaking about that earlier today.
They want it separate to the cap, and we've made it clear that our cap is 1,000 and we can do a further 120 for economic cohorts.
So exactly why that proposal from the Victorian government was rejected is unclear at this stage. There are a number of other early stages proposals being worked on, including by universities here in Victoria, which would allow international students to return and quarantine in facilities similar to what was done with Australian Open tennis players earlier on in the year. Now, that is still in the very early stages with Global Victoria.
Just on that though, Pat, just briefly, yeah, on the tennis players, sorry, because there was a big storm over that. Well, if you can get extra people in for the tennis, couldn't you get extra people in somehow for Australians returning overseas? We know the city relies a lot on students. Do you think there's going to be a bit of a furore, though, over that comparison again?
Well, we know that in Victoria especially, there's a huge contingent of international students, and so for the economy it's extremely important whether people will react the same way to returning international students as they did to Australian Open tennis players who came here earlier in the year. Well, that's yet to be seen, and we probably won't see it until those proposals get off the ground. They are still all in the very early stages, and the state-based agencies are yet to hand any of that over to the federal government, who need to rubber stamp it. So it still might be some way off, Tom.